Good morning guys, it's a 7:54 a.m. Today is April 22nd 2022. Today is a Friday and I'm recording the video for April 21st, which is yesterday, which was Thursday, and we had a nice trend down day yesterday, and so let me walk you through it. So overall ES had established a big balance, that you know, right? It's a common statement, right? And then here you can say whatever down move happened yesterday, right? On Wednesday, it was all because of NQ, something kind of off move, and expectation was for price to correct itself in the overnight, which it did. As long as ES is holding above 44.60, it has a buyers in it, and it is best, it will do their best, they will do their best to hold it above it. And now ES is entered into the garbage range. See, now you have to listen here very carefully. See, now ES is entered into the garbage range. Entire 45.20 to 44.66 is technically a garbage range, and when it is a garbage range, both parties are active, or could become active in that range, right? So let's say if you take a long above 66, right, and then when price, that means you have to understand at any point in time sellers can become active because it's a garbage range, no one is in control. Okay, that's how it means when I say garbage, right? So we just have to be extra careful, see that, and follow days internals and other markets. I would still suggest to stick with long above 60 or 66. Below that, sure, you can take reactionary short only if NQ is tanky, right? On the way up, now here is the bonus statement. On the way up, so let's say if you're long, right, you will expect some sellers, so profit taking is advised on the way up if the day is not a trendy up. See that? So I'm giving you the reason. Above certain levels you stick with longs, but at least know that it is in the garbage range. Sellers can step in at any point, so on the way up profit is advised, right? Now look at NQ, same statement. Above 250 it is entering into garbage range, right? And then if the move is fake from Wednesday, then you will see it is tagging 300 area, right? And if it is real, then you will see NQ breaking below 46 area, right? And you can see after 46 what happened in NQ. It went down all the way 400 points down. Now here, after NQ goes into the garbage range, which is about 250, profit taking is advised for longs at any warning sign. See that? So statements are very clear here. Russell, you can read through it. I didn't bother to take a Russell to watch Russell yesterday, but today morning I saw it. It is right below this area. So the decision is made. As long as Russell is now below, now you can go through today's pre-market note and you will know. I don't want to talk about today's pre-market notes here. So Dow, same thing. Dow I did not even check. Crude and gold I did not even check, so I'm not going to talk about it. And then let's go here, right? So of the open there were long setups, right? So if you remember NQ's pre-market note, here it says you may see NQ holding it above 130 and break out above 170.80 if yesterday's sellers were fake. That's a beginning to know that they are fake. And if they go above this, take this, then you definitely know, right? Now if something else happens in between, the price goes below 130, 170.80, you know yesterday's sellers were real, Wednesday's sellers, right? So 130, 170, 180, remember, okay? So you see here, right here, in pre-market, right? So this has happened after I post the notes, okay? So notes were published around 7 o'clock or so, right here. So here you can see 130 held, right? Pretty much here held, and then it balanced around that 160, 170 area, 170, 180 area, right? So, and it was balancing, and at one point it has a chance, after 8:30 some news, it has a chance to go down, right? But it bounced back up, came back up. So it's a mini false breakdown here, right? That you have to observe all these things. Then it was balancing, right? And then right of the open, up thrust. taking out all this entire balance, right? That was your long right there, because now you are following the pre-market plan, holding 130. See, these are the comments also I put it. Let me enlarge it little bit. So these were the comments right into this area. See, these were the comments I gave them, in pre-market plan to users. You can see it here. Holding it above, still buyers. Breaking out above, pending area, yesterday's sellers target, a buyer's target, which they achieved it, right? And then launch from here, right? That was your long. At the same time, you can go long in ES also aggressively if you want to, That was a long setup, definitely there, The way internals open, wide gap up after the down day, everything was pointing to the upside, right? Then you go long in both of them, or NQ, whatever you want to do, So that was a long setup. Then price hit this area. See here, take some profit for longs and rest is up to real time. See that? Above more buyers. Reaction from here equal to ping pong at that moment or decision time, right? So I'm strongly advising here, even in pre-market when I shared these notes, that to take profit in this area. And also in pre-market voice we talked about that NQ has so many blue lines on the way up, right? So you may expect a reaction, but that reaction could be trend down day like or temporary. I have no clue, because that is up to real time information, right? So when NQ hits this blue line 1, 2, 3, right, and even 4th, you have to take profit, right? So these are the profit taking area. About 250, which is this area, garbage stocks, right? ES is already in the garbage range, right? So when you take this long aggressively after gap up, this wide gap up, you have to cover it definitely, right? And then you wait. If price is doing step up, then you go higher, then you start taking more longs. But if it's not, then you have to be careful, right? So here you can take profit, right? And then you have to wait. Let's say you took 50% off, 60% off, whatever here, right? Here. And then, see, that's how day trading is hard sometimes, right? Or for most of the people, because they don't take profit when they are supposed to, right? And they are hoping that it will move somewhere, right? So here it touched here and it was balancing, right? And then second attempt failed again, right? So it was developing a mini balance. Two things can happen: either it balances here and then go higher, or breakdown happens. If breakdown happens, that's your first warning sign, and then it's up to this area, opening low, to decide. If price slice through it, sellers will become active. At that point, this is the only last line of defense, right, for buyers. But it's a weak defense now. If internals are trending down, it's a weak defense, and you can see it trending down, trending down, trending down, right? Trending down. So here you take first time profit, right? Then price came all the way down to morning low, right? Now considering when it came down here, you can see this internals were trending down, but they were holding. See, momentum was holding above zero line. You can technically go long here also, because if there is a trend day up today, right, due to this open drive, it will hold this low. Otherwise it will just take, so you can even go long here, around 940, right, when NQ was still holding higher up. See that? So actually ES was at discount at that time, right? If NQ holds this balance low, it can go higher too, right? Because it's an open drive up and it was holding open drive. See that? So ES was at discount. You can even go long here, But when you go long here, you want to see price taking out this area and this, which it did, right? So at this point, your stop loss, if you took this long, you have to move it up right around here somewhere, or right even close to this area, because now once this breakout effort happened, you do not want price to come down again, ideally, because at that time NQ was also about to break out, right? So, but when you see this, right, that's some warning sign, right? And then you can see some buyers still defended this area, correct? Fine. Second time up, you want to see what? Price taking out. But look at this here, momentum. There is no momentum here to the upside, right? And then what time it was? 9:57, 9:52, 9:54, 9:57. You can see NQ was here at the time while ES was breaking out. Second attempt, right? Something is off because NQ is already broke down. See, and at that point NQ took over and ES just followed it. That's why you see this down move. But this was your time to bail out, just because of NQ breakdown, right? Because if NQ tanks and go here, ES will definitely come down again here, right? So you have to bail out. So those were the longs, right? You are not looking for shorts today yet, because NQ is still holding above 170 and 130, right? So this breakdown short is not advised, because NQ can come down technically here and bounce, right? When NQ broke through this, broke below this, right, around 10 o'clock, which is here, ES was at still low, right, at morning low. Now they are both in sync, both at morning low together, see that? But NQ broke down, and then you can see mini bounce and then tank again, right? So now you see there is some weakness coming in NQ, but still this holding it above, still bias are there, right? And you can see those bias defended it, right? So even you can technically go long here, at 130 back to 170, and then 170. Actually I put that trade also, right, in Discord. And then you bail out here and you wait. If price goes up and then start balancing here and then go higher, you are ready to go long again. Otherwise no longs after that. Then you can even take a short here because of that weakness. At least first time it will, the way it went up, it will come down, because you can see these things. See that? It was not, it was trending down and like pulling back. Here also same thing, and here also. See? So here you can take a short, because you can see the momentum now totally to the downside. AD is also trending down. See that? So here you can take a short. It's a confluence area too, right? And then there is another short here. Where is it? Here, right? And here also. But I would rather take this short than this, right? So because it was a broken resist support turned into resistance idea, which is right here, right? But ES was so strong so far, right? So you want to be careful in ES, because technically above 66 buyers are there, right? So that's why you don't want to take short right here, first attempt, second attempt. But when you see it balanced, break down and come back up here, now price has proved it that it wants to go toward at least 66. You can take a short here, right? And at that time NQ was testing this area. See, this was that's why it's a very nice short here, right? Here NQ was not testing that 130 area, see this area, but here it was testing it. So now confluence in both of them at the key level, you can short, right? And at that point 66 or 46 was only hope for NQ, but it is a weak hope now, right? Because if 46 was I defined it in the pre-market notes, right? But at that time price already we could be held 170 after breaking below, and it's held even here. See that these things, and it was actually before it was getting rejection, right? So you know sellers are there. It's just building a balance. By looking at the internals at that point, these things, it is hard for a price to go higher, Then price slides through 66, right? So which is this area, and Globex low also. At the same time NQ also went below it, Globex low. At that point NQ had sealed the deal, to the downside, simple. And then you can just short, all the way, pretty much. Any shorts you can take, any pullback you can take short, any pullback you can take a short, So and then this was the notes I put it, at 6 o'clock here, pending target for yesterday's sellers, right? Now you can see it. Once it broke below, you can rest assured this could be the target. So here that would be you bail out, right? And then whatever happens after that, it's a bonus round if it goes down. Otherwise it can just ping pong, ES was around at that time, around this 24, our favorite 20 level, and it bounced from it as usual, right? So look at this area, it responded, right? But now there is no point, sellers are in control, so you don't take this bounce, but you look for short. The moment it touched here, right, close to this low sign line, short, simple. ES also you can do short, So ES is also, if you look at this chart with levels, you can see it, all the bold support turn into resistance. See that here, here, Here it actually went through it, but here it acted it. See that? So here also, see, and it's a failed breakout of this level, but it was not bull, but it was just because of NQ it came down from this. Otherwise, if it should have gone here and then come down. So this is a missing part. It should have gone here and come down. But anyway, NQ, since because of NQ it came down. Otherwise, it would have gone here and then come down. So, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.